Peter Gammons of MLB Network joining us just as the first pitch is getting thrown in Game 2 between the Red Sox and the Astros. And then the Yankees' strength is that bullpen, as we saw, a very, very rare instance of trying to protect a game from a third of an inning on. The only issue with that being the Yankees' strength in many ways is they've got to get a lead. And I don't know if they're going to be able to get one against the Cleveland Indians, who look so very good, Peter. How good is this Indians team compared to World Series champs that you've eyeballed in the past?
They're one of the best, and the thing is that their pitching is so deep. I mean, I'm a little, always thinking, okay, what are you concerned about? I'm a little concerned about Cody Allen. He went 20 innings, didn't allow a run in the postseason last year, and he has struggled a little bit, but their starting pitching, they didn't have Salazar or Carrasco. And actually, a couple of ex-Indians who played on that team last year were arguing that Carrasco was actually better than Kluber. I'm not sure I get that yet, but we shall see. I mean, Carrasco is really good. And they're so deep. For Trevor Bauer, and sometimes one of the things about baseball, and I'm sure you see it a lot in football too, when they come out of the draft and expectations are so high, but I think that the attention span of development people sometimes, and managers particularly, can be very short. And Trevor Bauer could have bounced to about 7 teams rather than going from Arizona in 1 year to Cleveland and then having them stay with him. And, he's 26 years old. So, okay, they were patient. Corey Kluber won his second game in the major leagues at the age of 26. Carlos Carrasco won his 10th game in the major leagues at the age of 26. The Indians are, I think they're close to the best organization in baseball, given the amount of money they have to spend. But I also think just to be able to develop patiently young players, especially young pitchers, to be able to do it, and have an entire pitching staff who makes less money than about 10 different starters in the major leagues, including David Price, is absolutely remarkable. And they just have so much depth, and they're really fun. I think that Terry Franco understands. That was a wonderful quote from him after last night's game. And I wish the President of the United States could read it and get it. But he said, I do what I do. I do what I believe in. But I don't get up in the morning and worry about what people think about it. I did it. I did what I wanted to do. I get up and I live with it and move on from there. And I really believe that he allows players to breathe and not worry about the past. He just goes on to the future. And I think when you dwell on the past and you dwell on what went wrong, you can end up just sort of being in quicksand.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on radio stations across the country and audience.
If you like that video, be sure to download our app, and I'll be sure to help the NFL figure out what a catch is.